Hello, third graders. I am so excited that I get to start posting some things for you guys. At least it's a way that I can connect with you a little bit virtually. And also excited that I am going to drop in on your upcoming Google Meets with your classroom. So then I'll get to see all of you because I really miss seeing you. I wanted to start out our first activity that I'm going to post with something that you guys know how to do so well, and that is coding. I'm going to just do a reminder of how to go to code.org and get into your account, and we'll talk a little bit about what activities you should be on. So, to start out, I'm in my search here for Google. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just type in, I can do it either place. I'm going to type in code.org. Once you're in, remember you go to the top right to the sign in and click. Click where it says section code, and each of you should have gotten from your teacher your section codes and your passwords. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the section code. And I click on go. I find my name. I'm using Mrs. Henderson's account today. Go down. You have to find your picture for the password. Remember your secret picture? Go ahead and click on that. Once you've selected it, you're going to go to sign in. We're not going to choose I have a partner because we aren't going to have partners right now. So you're just going to do a sign in. All right, I am in Miss Henderson's account. Here I go. If I click on continue right here, I would start where I left off. Well, it looks like Miss Henderson is not very far. She is only on this first part sequencing on lesson 8. So she would have to get done with all of this and then keep moving on, because most of you right now are either finishing lesson 6, where you're finishing up about events where you were building the Star Wars game. Only a few of you are there. Most of you actually are on 7 for Loops and Ice Age. Some of you, Miss DiLoretto's class, a lot of you are farther along. What I'm looking at for today is, in this week, is you guys working on loops. So if you go in and you see that you're all the way back here, like Miss Henderson is, go ahead and finish up as much as you can. Just when you have time, go in and work on it. Don't worry about necessarily doing the unplugged activities right now, but do the other coding activities. I don't think any of you are that far behind, okay? So we're going to talk about loops a lot. And this week, if you could work on the loop activities, which are 7, 8, and 9. Now that's a lot of activities. So if you're just starting out, just try to do 7. If you've already done the loops in the Ice Age, try to get 8 done. For those of you who have done 8, try to get 9 done. If you are even farther than that, you can go ahead and go on, but we're just going to talk about loops today. So I'm going to go ahead and click on number 1. All right. I've got Scrat here, and he has to cross the slippery ice to get to the acorn. You're going to go ahead and click OK. So this one, it looks like, does not have a video. Remember, on a lot of them, if they do, it'll be this very first one, and it'll have a video, and you should watch those because that does give you directions and helps. So I have Scrat here, needs to get to the acorn. I've got my blocks for coding. I have my when run, which I always have to start it out. I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to move forward. He's going to have to move forward 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 times. Now I could just take this block over and say move forward and keep doing it until I get to 5 of them. But look at how long this code is. Okay? I've got 5 lines of code right there. An easier way to do it, just get rid of that, is to use a loop. So here's my loop. It says repeat, and I can put my move forward right inside there, and then I choose how many times I want them to repeat. When I click on that upside down triangle, I can choose. Well, I want to move 5 to get to the acorn. Then I'm going to go ahead and run it. All right. So I only used 2 lines of code for that. The shorter you can make your program with less lines of code, the better. Then I go ahead and just click on continue. Another thing I want to remind you of is this step button. So if I have a long distance that I'm trying to make Scrat go to the acorn, like this one, I might have to first try it out and use the step button. Let me show you how this works. I know he's going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm this time going to use a loop right away. And I'm going to have him move forward 5. And if I'm not sure exactly where that's at, I could go ahead and press my step. Three, 4. Oh, I see. Okay, it's going to tell me it's not right. Well, I knew I wasn't done yet. Then I have to do, it says use a turn left block, so it's giving me a hint right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to decide when I need to move next. But the one thing I'm going to have to do after I have him turn is I am going to click this reset to have him go. So if I use the turn left, I don't know if that's right. We'll have to see. I'm going to click reset. Then I can either do the steps again to see where he's at, or I can run it. Now I know that that's not going to be far enough. So if I go ahead and I do these steps, oh yes. Okay, so I know now he has to move forward 1, 2. Well, instead of moving over my move forward block twice, I'm just going to take that loop over. I'm going to say twice, move forward, reset it, and I'm going to go ahead and run it again. Got it. That time I only wrote 5 lines of code and Scrat went a long way. I'd go ahead and just press continue there. Then it does now show me a video. And like I said, I would definitely watch these videos because it will just go over what you're learning and you'll understand it better. So again, if you want to try to get through lesson 7, which is loops in Ice Age, to get that done this week. If you're already past that and you want to go on to 8 or on to 9, that's fine. But remember, we're not trying to skip over. So for instance, Miss Henderson would have to do all of these activities to get that far. All right. I'm glad I got to see you guys for a little bit and share this with you. I look forward to seeing you in your Google Meet that's coming up. I miss all of you. Bye-bye.